morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at what's going on with Journey Together, because, well, it's been a minute. It's been a minute or two since we actually had this set released, and it's time to check in on what's going on with the most expensive cards, things of that nature. Like, for instance, did you know Ends Reshiram out of the top 10? How Ends Reshiram is out of the top 10, I have no idea, but it's currently sitting as a $16 card, just pennies ahead of Full Art Lily's Clefairy and Full Art Ends Zoroark, but it's fallen out of the top 10 entirely, which is weird, because there's two illustration rares that are in the top 10. It seems weird that this one wouldn't be in the top 10. But it's not in the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. I done checked and everything. Also, Lily's Rabombi, nowhere near the top 10. It's miles away from the top 10. Top 10 starts at like $20, and this one's at like 9. So when I say nowhere near the top 10, I mean nowhere near the top 10. Currently, it's sandwiched between regular Ends Zoroark and gold spiky energy. To be fair, Zoroark is a phenomenally playable card. Like a ridiculously playable card. But still, that seems a little disrespectful. These were like the two big illustration rares we were expecting from the set. They were the two big ones over in Japan, and as it stands at the moment, they ain't in the top 10. To be fair, Ends Reshiram is there at number 11. It's pretty close. But it's not actually there. What is in at number 10? Wailord. The illustration rare of Wailord in at number 10 at about $20. Which is bizarre to me. This is so weird. Because, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I love this Wailord. But I'm a fan of Wailord. Wailord is a Pokemon for whom I have a lot of love. I've not sat down and tried listing out my top 10 Pokemon. Wailord might just make it, might just miss. But I still love me some Wailord. Huge fan of Wailord. Most people I don't think are. And the card is borderline playable. Whack it in a Batcalibur deck, pop a bunch of water energy on there, do big damage. But is anybody actually out there going, mate, Wailord? Wailord is the play. No! Nobody's out there saying Wailord is the play. I hate to admit it, Wailord is not the play. But it is in there at number 10 at $20. In at number 9, we've got ourselves the Articuno illustration rare. I'm going to take a bit of the suspense out of the video at this point and let you know that Articuno sitting there at $28. This is the number 1 illustration rare in the set. Yeah, it's not Ends Reshiram and Lily's Rabombi. It's Articuno and Wailord. And Articuno's not even that playable. Now, I still contend in a pre-release, love it. Search for 2 energy, attach, hit 110 all day long. And the next Articuno we get is great. It's not this one, ladies and gentlemen. But it's in there at number 9 at $28. In at number 8, we've got the gold version of Iono's Bellabolt coming in at, let's call it $30. About a $30 card right now. And I love the gold cards. These gold cards with the trainers on, where the trainers are all coloured in. I've said it before, I'll happily say it again. Just among the coolest cards we've had. I love them. I think they're absolutely brilliant. I think they're absolutely fantastic. I think they are the best gold ones we've seen. They are absolutely wonderful. And I don't think I'm the only person that thinks that. As for Iono's Bellabolt, borderline playable, lets you attach as much lightning energy as you like from your hand to your Iono's Pokemon during your turn. Can work on its own, can actually work with Raging Bolt, funnily enough. Because, of course, Raging Bolt discards energy to do more damage. This puts a lot of energy on the board. Off we go. Job's a good un. So, big fan of this. Yeah, cool card. Gold. But then in at number 7, it's Ends Zoroark, the gold version thereof. And Zoroark should be ahead of Bellabolt. It's about $32, so it's very close. But we're going to see this with the illustration rares in a minute. We see it with the gold here. It's actually very pronounced when we get to the regular. With the regular, Ends Zoroark's like a $10 card, which, to be fair, for a regular EX, is kind of moderately high. Iono's Bellebolt is $1. But obviously the regular version is the cheapest ones to go and find and play with. So it's interesting that the regular ones, huge difference. The gold ones, not that big a difference. But then again, as I just said, really, if you're just looking to play, you need a copy of the card. And because Zoroark is so good, and it is ridiculously good, even the regular version is going to cost a few bucks. $10 for that, $1 for Iono's Bellebolt. But the thing about Zoroark is, even if you're not using it in an Zoroark deck to copy the attacks of your benched Pokemon, it's got trade. Discard a card from your hand, draw 2 cards. Zoroark EX is busted good. Phenomenal card, ridiculous card, huge fan of this card, and the fact that the regular version is $10 kind of tells you what you need to know about how ridiculously good this card is. But in at number 6 is a card which I'm still not sold on. It's the Special Illustration Rare of Volcanion. Let's call it like a $40 card. It's fine. I like the ability. If it's active, you can burn your opponent's active Pokemon. I've seen some people playing around with it. I don't think it's a particularly good card, but it is a Special Illustration Rare. And it's weird, even though the Special Illustration Rares are not as rare as the gold cards, people like them a lot more, and that's why the gold cards end up being a bit cheaper, and the Special Illustration Rares end up here being a little bit expensive. Either way, cool card, and it's a Special Illustration Rare with phenomenal artwork. What more do you need? In at number 5, we got the Special Illustration Rare of Hops Zacian. And at this point, I maybe should tell you, well, firstly, Hops Zacian, you're talking $65. So a fair bit above Volcanion, to be fair. But also, we've reached the point of the video where it's Special Illustration Rares from here on in. There are 6 Special Illustration Rares in the set. And even though they're not really in the right order, we'll get to that in a minute, we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the 6 Special Illustration Rares. I find that quite comforting. So with Hops Zacian then, we've got a useful attack, a pretty big attack which is quite expensive, and artwork with Zacian and Hop. Brings it in at number 5. In at number 4, fair jump up here to about $85, we've got Iono's Bellebolt EX. And this is one that I pulled, and I'm delighted about this. Weird that it's in at number 4. This should definitely be a top 3 card in the set. Top 2, you can argue, but as we're going to see in a minute, playability-wise, it falls down compared to a couple of the others. Thing is, it's got Iono and Bellebolt on. I mean, Bellebolt, what a unit. Iono, everybody loves. The card's kind of playable, like I said a minute ago, but really here, it's just wonderful artwork. But I met the artist and got a poster of this at EUIC, and then, a couple days later, pulled it from a pack. That, ladies and gentlemen, is something I'm going to remember, and that makes me happy. In at number 3, we got Zoroark, and we've gone up here to about $95. And here's the thing, right? With Zoroark, I'm cool with this being number 3 in the set. I am. However, it should not be ahead of Iono's Bellebolt if it's number 3. If it's number 3, it should be behind Iono's Bellebolt. Being ahead and still being number 3 is weird. But we're sitting here at $95, and it's a very cool card, very playable card. We've got and Zoroark, like I said a minute ago. So you've got the whole people love the character. You've got the incredibly playable card. All that goes to make sense. So why is Salamence number 2 at $105? I don't get it. Makes no sense. Now, we haven't been talking about it too much in this video, but there has been a general hard downward trend for all of these cards so far. The prices are just absolutely crashing. Salamence started at $240 and has now gone down to like $105. They're all going down. How is Salamence number 2? I don't get it. Like, the artwork's lovely, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's good enough to put it in at number 2. The card is not good. Salamence is popular, but more popular than the combination of N and Zoroark? Or Iono and Bellebolt? I don't think so. Playability-wise, no. Playability-wise, it's the worst of the 6 cards that got Special Illustration Rares. I don't get why this card is in at number 2. And I can give you the explanation. It's just a woefully unsatisfying explanation. Few people started pumping it. It caught on. Now everyone just assumes it's that high and keeps putting it that high. It's a rubbish explanation, but it is the explanation. So there we go. It's brilliant, frankly, ladies and gentlemen. Makes no sense. Don't get it. But in at number 1, it is Lily's Clefairy. And here's the thing, right? This is in at $200, miles ahead of the others. And it's still dropped. It started as like $330. But the thing is, Lily's Clefairy is number 1 by a mile, and it should be number 1 by a mile. And the reason it should be number 1 by a mile is because, firstly, Lily and Clefairy, in terms of the trainer Pokemon combination, this is number 1 in the set. But secondly, I mean, it's ridiculously playable. It's a one-off tech in basically any deck right now that does or can play Psychic Energy plays a Lily's Clefairy. The ability makes Dragon Pokemon weak to Psychic. The attack does 20 damage plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon, yours and your opponents. And basically, it's a phenomenal counter to both Dragapult and Raging Bolt that are arguably the 2 best decks in the game right now. They are at least 2 of the very best decks in the game right now. You add that all up together, and you've got a ridiculously playable card with a ridiculously popular trainer, a ridiculously popular Pokemon, and stunning artwork. This has to be number 1. And whereas I really think Salamence needs to fall, and we could see some other flicking around, ends Reshiram going out of the top 10 and Wailord coming in is weird to me, there is no way Lily's Clefairy leaves the top spot anytime soon. Probably ever. It's that good. There we go. Told you about all of it now. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this top 10. Tell me what you think about how it's changed since the set release. Tell me which cards you have pulled from the set. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @LeWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Evan Parker, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.